Welcome to the Ask the Question project. At what age were you when you first thought about suicide?
I think I was around 12 years old. My parents got divorced, and I didn't really deal with it that well. And yeah, depression has been in my life since I was born, so
Right.
it's kind of hard to explain when the thought of suicide is really, because it could be any time.
How old were you when you realized, maybe even before it was called depression by someone else? How old were you when you realized you had a struggle?
Um, well, honestly, I wasn't the one to find out that I had a struggle. My mom helped me with that from when I was adopted.
Have you ever been in a place where you needed help?
Oh yeah, oh yeah, plenty of times.
Right.
Um, there was one time when I was 14, I had to get put in lockdown treatment because I just was too out of control, too much anxiety, depression. I wasn't handling it right.
How did you find a way to cope and connect?
Music. Well, the thing about music is it's like you can say what you want, you can say what you feel. I mean, it's my therapy. Without it, I probably wouldn't be here today.
Yeah.
And my mom put a guitar in my hand at 11 years old and said, "This is what you're going to do. This is what you're going to be," and it helped.
What did people do that helped and what was not helpful?
Well, people being there,
Yeah.
honestly, it's a lot of people may think that, oh well, everybody's there. Well, yeah, everybody can be there, but not everybody can be there. It's hard to explain if you know what I mean. What people didn't do too well, I don't really like advice because a lot of it I take as criticism.
Have you ever helped someone else that needed your help?
Yes, I have a few people. This young girl I used to volunteer at a place called My Voice Music, and this young girl was having boy problems. Of course, anybody has those problems, but at a young age, it's a very serious problem. And she started cutting herself and trying to. And I just told her, I'm like, hey, it's not. What's the point? What's the point in hurting yourself over somebody else that didn't really want you anyways? And it's like, there's no point. There's so many other people. You can find someone that will really mean something to you.
Yeah.
And she just was like, you know what, you're right, and stopped cutting, and now she's doing really good.
What is the saddest memory you can recall?
Well, there was a time when me and my mom were arguing, and I was going through a rough time myself, and I popped 30 pills within 5 pill bottles, and the last thing I remember seeing was my mom on the floor crying because I was overdosing in the back of an ambulance. And she didn't know what to do. And I think that was the saddest part of my life, was seeing how many people I could hurt just from one little tiny accident. Well, accident, yeah.
Has life been ideal at certain periods?
Nowadays, yes, I am very happy to be alive, and it's different. But I'm not as depressed anymore. I'm living life like I want to be in a way. I got a nice place where I live. I'm not surrounded by my parents telling me what to do all the time, and you know, I can be me. And I guess that's what made me so depressed, is I felt like I could just never be who I wanted to be.
What's some other things that have helped you?
Writing, poetry,
Uh-huh.
not even just my music, but listening to other people's music. Uh, just going for walks, just long walks. Sounds funny, but it does help, and it does cope with people. Some people, it's like something like this, just a breeze and shoot.
For those who have attempted suicide, such as yourself, and survived, what would you say to others who struggle with suicidal thoughts?
You're not alone. There's a lot of people out there that have these problems, and it's not your fault either to
Yeah.
think that way.
Certain emotions like shame and guilt can be hard to carry. If you struggle with those emotions, what tools have you found to help you cope with them or move on?
Um, to move on and just, I guess you can forgive but never forget. I just found being around people, staying around positivity. It doesn't exactly have to be people. Anything that's positive, just keep that around. But other than that, just, take care of yourself, and let everybody take care of yourself and live a good life. Don't end it too shortly. My dad used to be a nice guy till he started drinking liquor. Now he's just old and bickers, but when he's angry, he takes it out on me. Not physically, emotionally, and mentally. Abusively. This mother effer's dead to me. Yes, my mom said he helped raise me, but what did? I learned nothing. He never taught me anything except how to feel guilt and agony, anger and melancholy. That's all that album's about, is being a recovered addict, recovered suicide, suicide, everything, dude. That's all that's about. It's a very depressing album, but that's the point about it.
This project is a collaboration between the storytellers and the artistic team, Mike Crenshaw and Julie Keith. Editing and accessibility by Cheryl Green. Funding for the project has been provided by Artworks, Clackamas County Cultural Coalition, and Oregon Humanities. Thank you to our partners, Clackamas County and The Living Room.